start this with the Anthony Bass? Let's make this quick, or is that like disrespectful?
We're just going to make this quick and not answer any questions.
Yeah, maybe that's
Yeah.
just how we start the episode from here.
Yeah.
Because there's no good way to go about this. Let's be honest here.
Nope.
There is no positive side to look at this. I don't think we need to recap the situation at this point because if you listen to our podcast, you're a Jays fan and you're probably on some sort of social media and you know what happened with Anthony Bass.
Again.
See, but like it's not even yeah, we could say again, but like this is so much worse
Yeah.
than the popcorn. I was kind of with him on the popcorn thing a little bit. I'm like, but like, who cares? That one's stupid. It doesn't really mean much. He's just being a baby. This one, I've had this conversation a couple times with a couple different people, but like, it is so easy to be an absolute shitbag human being in professional sports in general and have nobody ever find out.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
And I don't care. Like, there's going to be in a group of how many players in the majors? 400 and something?
26.
Let's just say 500 for a fun average number. In a group of 500 people, you're going to have a good chunk of shit guys. And it's fine.
780.
But 780? Oh, that's even worse. In a group of 780 people, you're going to have a bunch of shitty people. And it happens. It is what it is. We can't fix everyone. But you don't have to be the idiot that is openly a dickhead. And that's what Anthony Bass decided to do, among other guys. That's not even the only problem, right?
I don't know if this is true or not, but he then the thing that he posted on his Instagram, he then posted it again a few hours later.
Yeah, he deleted it and then reposted it, and then deleted it again at some point.
And then deleted his Instagram.
Oh, did he now? I didn't see that.
From everything I've been reading from people, his Instagram is no longer a thing.
Okay, last time I checked, his Instagram was like you couldn't comment on it. His Instagram's still there, so yeah. He had his shitty apology. And I think the one thing with apologies like this is like it depends on how you feel about the person, whether or not you're going to accept the apology. I don't think it was any different than any other cookie cutter apology that's ever been thrown out from someone that's been done something stupid. It's the exact same as I pride myself as a man of faith. It's the same bullshit.
It's also this is a different sport, but it's giving John Morant Chat GPT apology.
Right. It was not there's no good apology to this. Let's be realistic here.
No,
there's no you said something stupid, you did something stupid. You are never going to have a good apology because no one's going to believe you.
Whether it's right or not, I think the fact that he's been absolutely ass this year doesn't help either. Like he has had basically zero contribution to this team.
Yeah.
So like if it's somebody like Bo who's contributing all year and a top guy, then I think people are a little more lenient towards it, like a little bit, but it
not necessarily lenient, but you're a little more like accepting of the apology.
Yeah.
Also, Bo doesn't. Bo, like, when's the last time you saw Bo post on social media?
Because Bo's smart. Bo, I promise you, Bo has very similar opinions, and I don't.
Why do pro athletes run their own socials?
This is very true. Like
they shouldn't.
Also,
the smart ones don't.
You guys, I'm assuming you both saw the clip of like the apology on CP24 and the aftermath.
Hazel May,
as the camera turns to Hazel.
Yeah.
It's so great.
I did not. I was on the way to the game.
She literally, like, really as it turns, her face literally goes, "This motherfucker!" Like, it was like, it was this piece of shit.
I don't think there was a good way for Anthony Bass to go about this apology. I want to start with that.
No,
because the next thing I'm gonna say doesn't sound great unless I explain it. But I think there is a way that Anthony Bass could come out of this and show that you can come back from something like this. I'm not endorsing what Anthony Bass said. What he said and what he did was stupid. But if you're trying to live in a society where we try and accept everyone, having Anthony Bass go through the resources that the Blue Jays have and trying to unlearn all this garbage religion bullshit that he's learned for his entire life to try and become a better person, I think you give yourself the best chance of doing that with the Blue Jays as opposed to without.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you send him If you send him onwards and you just DFA the guy, then he's just going to continue doing what he's doing, and he's not going to learn a fucking thing.
Does anyone on this podcast actually think he's going to actually use these resources?
That was going to be my next
actually learn anything.
I'm like 25-75 when he's actually going to do it.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to either.
They're going to like force him to do some stuff, and as soon as he's done that, he's going to do nothing else.
Yeah. Also,
I don't disagree with you in the slightest. I think you're right. But I would like to give him the opportunity for at least a week or two to see what if this is legitimate action. If not, go be a shitbag somewhere else. We need nothing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We're on front and center and all the Pride commercials and everything.
Sure. Oh boy, like
this is the perfect month to do it, right? Because you have this month where a lot of shit's going on in Toronto, and you can prove to everyone that you have actually changed as a person and you respect people for who they are. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to show face even, but you have to be willing to actually listen and make changes. And I don't know if Anthony Bass is willing to do that. I don't believe he is based on his lifestyle and who he's been as a person. But if he genuinely wants to make a difference, then now is the time to do it. Take it on the chin and go. Like I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
Did you guys, neither of you were at that game, I guess, eh?
No, but I did see a clip that went out as he was coming in.
Yep.
The CN Tower was lit.
Oh, that was really funny.
As he was
shout out to the CN Tower for that one.
Like,
that's real.
It was actually really funny.
That was amazing. But yeah, Bert, you were there. So
I was there.
How was the reception?
I honestly, I didn't think of it. Coming to the game, I didn't think I'd see Anthony Bass because A, it was a 2-0 game, and B, I kind of forgot he existed, and I guess it's kind of rude to say. I just don't really give a shit. And I'm like, not about the thing, about him. I just don't give a shit about him. Like, whatever, he's just there and he's gonna exist. So when the what do you call it? Dre and Snoop, I forget which song he uses.
The
next episode. That was when it clicked for me that like oh fuck, Anthony Bass is coming in this.
They're doing this.
And it was instant. It was like the dude, and it was just like when just everyone. Like it was not a select group. Like it was, I would say 90% of the Rogers Center hit this man with some pretty hard boos.
I mean, also, like that was the one time this season where I'm like, I want to see this go badly.
Yeah,
it
was too close of a game.
It was too close of a game. If it was like a 6-0 game and he came in after he left out, it was like 6-3. Didn't he get booed anyway after he had like a decent inning?
Yeah, so he gets booed to start the inning. There were select people in different sections. I know my brother's section had someone that was doing it too, but in a section over from us, there was one woman that was just relentless. Did not stop the entire time and was like chanting things and screaming things. I didn't know what she was saying, and I was a section over. No shot he heard any of it. But she would not stop. And the worst part of it is that like half of the crowd around her was just like starting to chirp her instead. And I'm like, man, I get why she's doing it. Just give her a minute. So that wasn't pretty. But like there were select people that did it the entire time. But then he gets out of the inning. It was a decent inning too. He walked one guy, but like he gave up nothing.
Yeah.
Makes it so much harder. And then so cheers go up because Chappie fields the ground ball, throws it to first. It's like, yeah, we're out of the inning. And everyone kind of clicked back in. It's like, fuck, that was Anthony Bass. And as Anthony Bass is walking, the boos just fired down again. I'm like, all right, cool. And I don't know, I think if you're Anthony Bass, you've earned every bit of that.
Yeah.
Shit guy. I haven't seen very many people that have said otherwise, in person at least. I know there's all sorts of people online that just think they're something special and talk about this shit. I don't know. Ridiculous. But I think he earned it. I think we all can understand that one. I think he's earned it for a little while too. I don't think it's going to be a while before Anthony comes into a game and isn't treated like that. And I think that's fair. You did it to yourself.
He's such a net negative at this point. He's being such an off-field distraction and pretty well useless as a reliever anyways. Like,
I mean, he has 10 straight scoreless appearances. It sucks.
Blows my mind.
It sucks. I know. I don't want him to succeed anymore. But if he continues to succeed, it's as a business move, it's really fucking hard to just let that guy walk if he's going to continue to be like that. But on the flip side, if he doesn't change his ways, it's really not hard to just say, yeah, do this somewhere else. We'll find something for you.
Is there any correlation between the popcorn incident and those 10 scoreless appearances? Because that would seem to check out.
Because I just looked it up on Baseball Reference.
Mhm.
In the month of May, he had 11 games. He had pitched 10 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 walks, 12 strikeouts, a 1.8 ERA, and a 2.38 FIP.
Do you have his game log in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Are you on Fangraphs?
I'm on Baseball Reference, but I can.
Okay.
Fangraphs.
I was gonna say, can you sort it from April 18th?
From April, he came in. Okay, he pitched on the 17th and then not again until the 25th.
Okay, so then.
Yeah, because he was distraught.
Yeah.
His pregnant wife had to clean up popcorn.
Fair. Okay, so
how could he pitch?
So after
he pitched that day, that was the day it happened. Was the 17th?
Was the 7th? Was the 17th?
But the 18th was like the day after, and everything kind of got blown way up.
So since the popcorn incident, 13 games, 11.2 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 5 walks, 12 strikeouts, a home run, a 2.31 ERA, and a 3.63 FIP. He's given up a 467 OPS. It's actually been kind of pretty
He's been good since the popcorn shit, which is why this whole him being an idiot thing kind of sucks.
He lost every inch of goodwill that he had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I don't respect him for what he did. I think he has an opportunity to learn here, and I really hope he does. It's kind of all I can take away from it.
Yeah.
Also, I had a couple people from J-Force be like, I don't know why they brought him in today. And I'm like, you got to do it. You just got to get it out of the way, rip that Band-Aid off so you can see what we're looking at here. And obviously, it's not pretty. And now if you're in a home game where it matters, maybe don't.
Also, I saw that people were talking about it. They had increased security by the bullpen.
Mm-hmm. I did see the pictures of it. I didn't go by there. I didn't see you, but
this is a front office that has shown in the past that they don't want the controversial character either.
Yeah,
because we had Osuna
to an extent.
It's a very different case, but they dipped on Osuna, who was arguably the best young reliever in the game.
Sure.
So yeah, but I think with the thing with Osuna is because he was one of the best young relievers in the game, you were able to
recoup some assets.
Not necessarily justify it. You got Ken Giles, who
you recouped enough to make that okay, that's fine.
If
the other thing is
that was
it was a legit crime.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's very different, but
because if you think back, I keep comparing it to the Yunel Escobar situation or the Kevin Pillar stuff. I think those are more.
Pillar's? I don't remember what he.
I think he
Pillar
also
used a slur.
Used a slur
in game. He called someone else.
Escobar's was worse.
Escobar's because he had it on his face.
Yeah,
in his eye black.
On his eye black.
It's also just super common in a lot of Latino communities. I know a good chunk of the Venezuelan kids I played with said it all the time, consistently every time they were saying something, and I'm like, okay. So I just kind of I see how the Escobar one happened. I find the Pillar one insane because Kevin Pillar became a fan favorite pretty quickly after that, and it's just everybody kind of forgot about what he did.
Yeah, because he makes 2 diving catches, and everybody's hey.
Yeah. I don't see Anthony Bass being
Kevin Kiermaier has been camped under for 5 seconds.
Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. I would compare it to those two, obviously, because they're very similar. And if you look at how they handled those, I think Escobar got 5 games.
Escobar, yeah, he got pretty sure,
and he was on his way out pretty soon after that.
Yeah,
if I don't remember.
I think he was just on his way out regardless. He stunk. Anyways, he got 5 games. Kevin Pillar got sent down.
Escobar got 3 games.
3 games? Okay.
Yeah.
Bass got nothing?
Bass got nothing.
Bass got nothing.
So I don't know. I don't know. It's obviously a different regime now than it was when the Escobar situation and the Kevin Pillar
That Escobar
situation
thing happened like 10 years ago.
22. No, it was before that because we were wearing black jerseys.
No,
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
I think it was 2012.
Was it 2012?
Yeah, that's
So we were wearing blue jersey?
yeah. I think that was the first year of the blue jersey.
Okay.
That's a great way to ring that in.
No, because wasn't the first year of the blue jersey the Reyes year?
That was
Wasn't
Wasn't it the year of the trade that we could switch jerseys and everything too? 100% was.
am I blaming? What is this? What's the
Escobar only played in black jerseys.
I swear he only the blue. They don't have this updated. Fuck. I don't know when they switched it. This was.
Just Google Escobar and see if anything comes up in blue.
That's a good point. I could have done that. Oh, that's the powder blue jersey. Shit. I swear, Escobar wore blue.
Yep.
At one
Apparently
point.
he did.
Oh, it was in the blues because the picture
Yep.
of the situation we're talking about is in the blues.
Did he play third that year? Because wasn't that the year we traded? I thought the first year we had them was the year we made the Reyes trade.
Blender right now. 2012 was the Reyes trade, wasn't it? Or was that 14? No, that was 14.
No, because we were shit for a couple of years.
the Jose Reyes trade was in 2013.
2013. So it was 1 year without Reyes with the Blues.
Yeah.
There's no good way of transitioning off of this one.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to go to the thing that makes it worse?
Oh, yeah, we could talk about. Do we want to talk about the other idiots in the league too while we're on this, or are we expecting
Anthony Bass pitching? Just rip the Band-Aid.
Right? Are we expecting Trevor Williams? I don't even know.
Trevor Williams
and Clayton Kershaw to get the same kind of reaction that Anthony Bass did?
Did they do the same thing? Or what happened?
I don't know Kershaw's to an extent.
I think Kershaw's and Williams were the same thing. They invited the Dodgers for their Pride Night invited a certain group that was
they're a drag group that does dances that kind of mock religion a little bit. They dance on the cross and shit.
And they invited
obviously religious losers are upset with that.
They invited the Dodgers invited.
I feel like that's a bit different though.
Yeah, it's just the way it's the way they went about it.
I feel like I haven't seen anything about this. I feel like I'm living under a rock, but I mean, dancing on a cross is going to piss some people off, no matter who's doing it. So I think that's.
I'll try and find
slightly different.
I'll try and find you the massive ass thing that Williams put out. It's so much reading.
I got it if you want me to read it.
I can handle it. I guess.
I can no, dude. I can.
You got it. Take it away because it's so much.
This is Trevor Williams, and these opinions do not affect us at the flight deck or any of our opinion and native views. Trevor Williams, quote, as a devout Catholic, I am deeply troubled by the Dodgers' decision to reinvite and honor the group, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, at their Pride Night this year. A Major League Baseball game is a place where people from all walks of life should feel welcomed, something I greatly respect and support. This is the purpose of different themed nights hosted by the organization, including Pride Night. To invite and honor a group that makes blatant and deeply offensive mockery of my religion and the religion of over 4 million people in the Los Angeles County alone undermines the values of respect and inclusivity that should be upheld by the organization. Creating an environment in which one group feels celebrated and honored at the expense of another is counterproductive and wrong. It is the clear violation of the Dodgers discrimination policy, which explicitly states that any conduct or attire at the ballpark that is deemed indecent or prejudiced against a particular group or religion is not tolerated. There's another page if you guys want me to keep reading.
I'm good.
I think it's all kind of the same idea.
Yeah. Okay. Also, it's like the first half of it was very Chad GPT sounding.
Yeah, that's what I said. All these apologies or statements nowadays are all the same.
Yeah, they sound very. But yeah,
I don't know. I don't know enough on the group that they're talking about to say anything, and pretty much every bit of information I've heard so far has been from the religious side of things. I don't know if I have enough to speak on the whole thing, but I know a lot of people are upset with that statement. Did not do well. Got 3,700 quote tweets. The other hand, Clayton Kershaw, I think, was on the same thing with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the fact that they just support religion over the drag people is just kind of rub people the wrong way, and it makes sense because religion sucks. That's about all I want to say. It's rough. But I don't know. Clayton Kershaw is obviously very different than Trevor Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He was beloved before this, and it's really tough to get rid of that. Trevor Williams, on the other hand, I couldn't tell you where he's playing.
I was going to ask.
He's on the Dodgers.
Is he?
I wondered that, but
I'm pretty sure he's on the Dodgers, and that's why he did it. Like,
okay,
but clearly he's fucking not an important piece to the Dodgers. If we
could not care less about Trevor Williams. I almost said Anthony Williams. It's the same thing. They're the same fucking person. Just a bunch of losers, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's just transition out of here awkwardly because I don't want to. This is just all angering, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Do we want to?
The Blue Jays won 2 straight series.
Yeah. There you go. That's the best way to transition out of that one.
Yeah. It feels doom and gloom because the way they lost, both the games that they lost kind of sucked. But realistically, they came out. They've won 4 of 6.
Yeah, they beat 2 division winners.
Yeah.
Or 2 division leaders, which is fucking ridiculous to say.
Really tough to call them that, but yes, they did beat 2 division winners. They look great in both series for the most part. We still have an Alek Manoah problem.
We still have a big Alek Manoah problem. We're starting to have a Yusei Kikuchi problem.
No, he walked a lot.
Yusei Kikuchi's just your 5 starter. Like,
yeah,
this is what you're expecting your 5 starter.
He's that last start was better than what you expected.
I shouldn't say want him to keep him in the game. And
yeah.
Also,
I shouldn't say problem.
He's an asshole because I need one more K for my parlay to hit.
I shouldn't say
shout out to Kikuchi for 500 career strikeouts
and 100 wins in his career combined between MLB and MLB.
That doesn't count.
Okay, fine. Okay, I shouldn't say problem. Regression is the better way. Regression to his
regression
mean.
from what he was at the beginning of the year.
Regression to the mean. Like,
you know what? If you give me 5 innings, giving up 2 earned runs every single night, it's way better than he needs to be. Like, we're talking about
you should win that
5-star
game.
You should absolutely win that baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only had 4 strikeouts, and yeah, he walked 5 guys, which is a lot more Yusei Kikuchi than it needs to be. But he gave up next to nothing. Like, let's not pretend like he had a bad start. He just walked a bunch of guys. He gave up 3 hits over 5 innings.
Well,
it didn't feel great.
First inning on a bomb, like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the William Contreras home run. Yeah,
it's fine. Like, it really didn't matter, and especially with the way the bullpen's been pitching lately. Nate in that game was just lethal.
Oh my god,
dude. He was gross.
So pretty.
Brant, I'm so happy your hot take was right. I'm so fucking
He's been
happy.
so good. I just beg that he stays healthy right now. Like, please just make it the year.
His curveball looked nasty.
So good.
Like, the Jays now have a genuine decision to make.
Do they though? Adam Simber sucks.
I don't think Simber's going, dude. And I don't. Nate was kind of the odd man out slightly. He's not anymore.
He's just not anymore.
He's not anymore.
We
Everyone's
had this
favorite
dude with like a 7.5 ERA.
Oh no! Hey!
We do.
He's got like a 7.5 ERA.
He does, but we don't need.
We do have a scumbag in the bullpen who is pitching slightly better than before.
Yeah,
that you could easily justify getting rid of him if he doesn't do anything different.
Here's the thing that I just realized in my own head. The decision that I was referring to was when Chad Green comes back. Completely forgot Zach Pop is still a person.
Zach Pop's not coming back to this team right now.
Mitch White.
Mitch White's definitely not coming.
Mitch
back
White
to this
is garbage.
Mitch White's gone. Let's not pretend it.
He pitched He
I don't
pitched
think
today.
so.
Mitch White pitched today. Do you
That's
guys know
back.
his line?
Hmm.
He went 1
It
and a
wasn't good.
third,
Mm.
4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks.
How?
4 hits,
How?
5 earned, 1 walk,
4 earned. 4 earned.
4 earned.
How?
How many
Make,
Ks?
make it
None?
make sense.
2 Ks.
2 Ks.
How many errors?
I'm also curious. How he gave up
That doesn't make sense.
5 base runners, 4 of them scored. That's what I'm hearing. In
No,
1 and a third?
No, he gave up 5 base runners. 5 of them
Yeah.
scored.
5. I thought you said 4 earned. Oh, 5 runs.
5
How
runs.
was the unearned?
So 1's an error.
How? Yeah, somebody
There's
got
an error
reached on an
somewhere.
error.
That makes more
Yeah,
sense.
let me pull it up.
That's just either way, regardless of how this went down, that's not good.
How does that happen?
I think Mitch White has pitched his last inning as a Toronto Blue Jay. There's just
I don't
there's
think so.
no reason to bring him up.
I don't think so.
Give me a reason to bring him up, Nate.
I don't have a reason. I just don't. We don't have a bulk guy, and
Right.
I think he's gonna come up at some point for a spot start or to be a bulk guy
I can't
or
believe I'm
something along
saying
those
this.
lines.
I can't believe I'm saying this. But Trevor Richards has been great.
Fucking
I know.
He has.
I heard this on the radio. I think it was
I-
Ben Nicholson Smith brought this up the other day
Mhm.
and said he's like the perfect reliever for a 3-run game
Yeah.
because
he's right.
because he's like a 3 true outcome guy. He's gonna strike out. I don't know what his strikeout numbers are, but I know they're like disgusting this year.
Astronomical.
He gives up the odd walk and he gives up the odd bomb, but a 3-run lead that's not going to kill you.
Yep. Let's
So
see.
in terms of bulk guy, he has gone more than 1 inning. 1, 2.
That's not bulk though. You got. I'm saying bulk
Well,
is
what
like
bulk? How much bulk you want?
Bulk is like
Or
2.
you can go 3
2
innings.
2 plus.
2
Okay,
plus.
he had 1 game recently where he went 2 plus. 2 plus is different than 3 here. Because he has 1, 2, 3, 4,
If
5,
he gets 7 outs, say that.
6.
Yeah,
He has
7
6
outs, not 2
he has-
innings.
Okay. I was
Like,
gonna say he's got 6 appearances where he's gone 2 innings. He's got 1 where he went 3, didn't give up a hit, had 3 Ks.
okay.
He has given up 1 run in his last 6 appearances. He's only given up 4 hits. The 1 run was on a solo shot.
By the
He's
way, I
got,
found
50,
Mitch White's
14 strikeouts.
I found Mitch White's game log of that game. So Mitch White came in the top of the 4th.
Right.
They're using him, that's what I'm saying. They're using him as a bulk guy, not a starter, which is weird. But
yeah, Thomas Hatch started the game. So
How'd he do?
good for him going 3.
Oh, obviously
Yeah.
not great.
I mean, he didn't give up a run. So
What the
So
fuck?
why'd they pull him after 3?
it's a great question.
Because we got to get
Um,
Mitch White in there.
Let's see. Struck out Jose Miranda. Jose Miranda's been fucking terrible. It's funny. Ground out, strikeout. So he had a fucking clean first inning. All right.
Good guy. Love
Uh,
to see it.
then
Really?
he came back out for the 5th. Single to left.
Fell apart.
Single to left. Guy got to 3rd. Got a sac fly. And then single to right. Guy went to 2nd. And then a walk. And then a single. Then 2 more guys scored. And then, well, okay. So 2 of the runs that 2 of the guys that he got put on, he scored when he came out. So after he came out.
Oh, well.
How is it unearned? That's what I'm confused about.
Oh, let's see. I'm just keep going.
Could be an error somewhere.
Jose Miranda flies out to right. Matt Wallner singles on a sharp line drive to Cam Eden. Seth Gray scores. Alex Gotti scores. Something scores. Matt Wallner is 2nd. Fielding error, but right. But yeah, what? The error was on fucking the end of that play.
Wallner?
Wallner,
Like the guy we just faced?
the guy we just faced, Matt Wallner,
The guy that just cooked us?
Yeah.
He's back down in AAA?
back in St. Paul.
Why?
Great question.
Somebody came back.
And?
No,
I remember
wasn't-
hearing no.
I don't. He was.
I
it
remember
was-
hearing Plouffe talk about it. Somebody like one of their big guns came back and they didn't have a spot for him.
But also, no, I know who you're talking about, but it was a different one because that was Jorge Polanco and they optioned Julian. So somebody else came back and they put him down, which is weird.
They had 2 guys come back.
Yeah.
Outfielder.
Kepler?
No.
Kirilloff? Larnick.
No, they drafted him as an infielder. I think they drafted him as a shortstop, and he's playing the outfield now. He's a top prospect.
What is Wallner's first name?
Lewis?
Matt. Oh, Royce Lewis.
Oh,
Yeah. Royce Lewis came back.
No, Royce Lewis is good. Like,
yeah, but fine. Okay.
he's been like their top prospect for like 3 years. He's
It's
essentially
been like 5.
yeah, he's there.
he's
He's their Nate Pearson.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
He's their Nate Pearson. But yeah,
that blows my mind. Sorry, we're not talking about the Twins.
yeah, we're talking about. I mean, we are talking about the Twins.
We are, but in terms of Blue Jays pitchers that can come up and give you bulk innings, there was a man that came up earlier this season. He pitched 2 games, had 3 strikeouts in an inning and a third, didn't give up a run, only gave up 1 hit. It's Thomas Hatch. Is Thomas Hatch the answer to our questions?
No.
Thomas Hatch, our guy.
There's another guy that has been absolutely nasty, and they just called him up AAA. And then I don't remember whether
Hagen
it's
Danner.
I was gonna say it's either Hagen Danner or Hayden Younger, and I didn't know which one.
I think it was Danner.
Danner
Yeah,
got called
that
up
makes
recently,
sense.
but
Danner
Yeah, that makes sense. Apparently his like K/9's like off the charts.
there's like
Yeah, he's
98.
striking
He's
every
also he's a reliever, I think.
He's filth.
That's fine.
Like
We're talking about
strictly
relievers.
reliever, right?
That's fine.
But if you're looking for a bulk guy, I don't know if
I didn't say I said the Jays are looking for a bulk guy. I could care
right.
less.
Well, we don't have a reason to call up Hagen Danner right now.
He's gross.
Well, yeah.
If
We
Anthony
get
Bass
rid of-
sucked right now, Hagen
we
Danner
get rid
would
of-
be Blue Jay.
Or
Sure.
Timber.
Sure. Yeah.
Thing about Danner. Danner has a 40-man spot, so it's a lot easier to get him on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
but
I think Simber's still optionable.
yeah, but he's
Yeah. Other question.
Mm-hmm.
What about Horowitz? Apparently he's tearing the cover off the ball.
he's been
but
playing really.
He's been playing left field.
Yeah, because they want to get him up here.
they're just like, dude, play anywhere. That's what they were doing with Barger. They had Barger playing the corner of the outfield, just be like, yo, find a way to get up
Please
here.
just come here.
Like,
It's worth a shot. I mean, who's your
Apparently
fourth
he's
outfielder
like-
right now? Nathan Lucas, technically.
Nathan Lucas technically,
Cav-
but
or-
in practice,
or
Kevin Witt.
Kevin Witt, I guess.
In practice, Kevin Witt.
Yeah.
Which I
I don't know. I think Horowitz could probably get a look over.
I mean, Horowitz is batting.
I don't know.
Dude, Lucas has like a 750 OPS and they're not playing him at all.
I mean, but it's a 750 OPS because he has like 4 at bats, and one
Yeah.
of them was against the pitcher or a position.
I've liked Nathan Lucas. I think he's been
He's
pretty
put
good
good at
when
bats.
he's had his opportunities.
He's
Yeah.
a good toolsy ball player.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he can fill that role of the last guy in your roster. If you're going to call Horowitz up, you kind of want him to hit.
you don't want to start Horowitz's. Horowitz is
think
25. What the fuck?
If
Yeah.
you're calling up Horowitz, I think he's filling someone else's spot.
I think
Which would
if
make sense.
Cav
but-
or Ernie Clement, really, I think is what
Oh,
he's filling.
is Clement still here?
Clement's still here
Yeah.
because
I think
Santi's not back.
he becomes your first guy off the bench and plays a little bit outfield.
I think in a different situation, I'd agree with you, but Cav is hitting for the first time all year.
Yeah.
And
No, I agree.
Witt's hitting as well. So it's one of those spots where you're not going to call him up right now.
That's the same
And
reason
he's
that, like,
Brandon Belt.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I think I had it up, but Horowitz right now is batting 315, 434 on base, 424 slugging, 858 OPS, 2 home runs, 29 RBIs. He has 34,
He's Brandon
34
Belt.
walks, 34 walks to 40 strikeouts. Like,
Pretty good.
so that's it's literally a younger Brandon Belt as of right now. Like,
Right. Stark turn. Kevin Gausman pitched today.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal.
fucking filthy.
Is it weird to call Kevin Gausman underrated on this team?
100%.
Underrated and underpaid.
Underappreciated?
If you say the Blue Jays, how many names come to mind before Kevin Gausman?
So many.
I think
So many. And it should be probably maybe one.
I think Bo. I think you say Bo.
I
you
think
say
Bo should be the
Vlad.
first name.
Right now, you say Bo. You say
Bo,
Vlad,
Vlad, Chapman,
Springer,
Kiermaier.
Manoah.
probably Kirk and Manoah for a lot of people.
Mhm.
Like,
And
You got to go, for a lot of people, you got to go a long way before you get to Kevin Gausman.
yeah,
And he is easily the best pitcher on this team.
oh,
It
it's
is
fine.
not
the
close.
disrespect, MLB.com I
They
think
didn't even have him in the
zombie.com.
top 10. They didn't even
What,
have him
he
in the top
wasn't
10.
a top 10 pitcher. He's leading the AL in Ks.
He's also leading. I think he's leading MLB in double-digit strikeout games.
You know?
Yep.
You know who's like really fallen off?
Alec Manoah?
Shane Bieber.
Garrett Cole.
Since the third sticky stuff inspection,
Since the Clark Schmidt one.
As before that.
n-
His start
It's a
before the
bit of a-
Domingo Germán
it's around the
injection
same
was bad.
time.
Is the one before the Domingo Germán thing was bad. Since the first instance of sticky stuff things, Garrett Cole's gone downhill. Because after Germán got checked, Cole started like 3 days later and got lit up for 5 or 6. And then he came here and was good. He had
Germán,
the final numbers look good.
Germán got checked in playing when they were playing Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he pitched in between.
Garrett Cole pitched in that
between
Minnesota
coming
series.
Yeah.
And then he went complete game. Then he came here.
Next one.
Next
there
one
was one
here.
before. There was one where he lost. He gave up like 4 or 5. Maybe it's
later.
Maybe it's later.
Well, actually, nope. Sorry. The Minnesota start, we went to them, and then that was a 3-2 game that they won.
That's not the one I was thinking of. Then.
Yeah, but then let's see.
He's been bad since the start before he came to Toronto. So whenever that was.
Yeah. Okay. Before he came to Toronto, which was Tampa.
Gave up 5 in that one. 4 or 5.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So for the last 4 games, 22 innings, 22 hits, 13 runs, 12 earned, 10 walks, 21 strikeouts, 6 home runs, 4.91 ERA, 6.28 FIP.
He's back to the homers, eh?
Oh, big time.
Yeah. Like
I got a question for both you guys. So obviously steroids, huge taint on a player's legacy.
Right.
There's a big debate now on the Astros and how that's going to affect it. What do you guys think the very notable sticky stuff users, does that affect it?
Like Max Scherzer? On top of Garrett Cole, obviously.
I think it's...
I don't think Scherzer, man.
That Scherzer one is so iffy. Like
Justin Verlander was a guy that was
Verlander 100%.
very much linked to it.
100%.
Garrett Cole.
Like I hate Garrett Cole with the best of them, but like he's not the only.
Buehler and Kershaw
guys.
both had spikes or like huge down spikes when it happened.
I don't think it's gonna matter at the end of the day, but Tyler Glasnow is another one.
I don't think it's gonna matter in the end, really. If they like Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer, they could pitch like
they're inner circle Hall of Famers.
Yeah, they could be at a 12 ERA for the rest of their fucking lives, and
I'm more thinking Garrett Cole because he's got that quote where he's like, "Well,
for Pete's sakes,
for Pete's like, what do you want me to say? I can't really answer this."
I mean, it also, in Garrett Cole's case, it also doesn't help that he was on one of those shady Astro teams in 2019.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I don't know. I genuinely don't know if it actually makes a difference. I think Garrett Cole is going to struggle to get in. If he ends up putting up Hall of Fame numbers, I think he's going to struggle to get in just because, like, media-wise, he's not the most likable dude. I don't think they love him New York media-wise or league media-wise, which is a little more important because those are the guys that are voting him in. And I think you couple that with the fact that he was like the leader of the sticky stuff thing, other than the guy that's pitching somewhere in Japan right now. Yeah. Maybe he's been released. I don't know. So I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe. I think we're too far to tell. I think he's still got to do a lot more in his career before we get to that.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting. He was the name I was thinking of. There's
Max
no others
Scherzer,
that like jump to mind as much.
Max Scherzer's trying to make himself really unlikable this year.
I mean, Max Scherzer's always kind of had an unlikable, like.
Did you see him
Max
bitching about the pitch clock?
Yeah. Max Scherzer's a dick.
You're right.
But he's been a dick and a psychopath his whole career. He's made a career out of it by doing that.
Yeah, so that's him. That's just Max Scherzer being Max Scherzer.
He had a whole interview today where he was talking about how he hates the pitch clock and how it's ruining the game and this and that. The main quote in the headline was, "We're living and dying by the clock." Like, dude, you're the only one that's come out with an issue right now. Like, relax. Other than Nate. Nate's blaming all injuries on the clock. So
I mean, like, I did see if you
See correlation.
have you guys seen like the ERA, like the qualified ERAs, like who's at the bottom? It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like
Alec Manoah.
I mean, yeah.
I know Manoah. Oh, yeah. Manoah, Cease,
Lynn,
Lance is down there.
Quantrill.
Yeah, there's one
Sandy.
more. Yeah, Sandy was here.
Nestor's down there too. Like
It's bad.
Nestor the molester?
Nestor the molester.
I believe. Hold on.
He is. Yeah, you're right.
Who said that on air? Somebody said that on air.
Michael K. Michael K. I think maybe it wasn't Michael K.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the bottom 15, as I'll call it. Jordan Lyles, Lance Lynn, Taiwan Walker, Cal Quantrill, Graham Ashcraft, Alec Manoah, Ryan Nelson, Nestor Cortez, Sandy Alcantara, Patrick Corbin, Dylan Cease, Jack Flaherty, Rich Hill, Aaron Nola, fuck my Cy Young pick, Freddie Peralta.
That's bad, man.
Like,
yeah, not great.
Like, that's a lot. 2 of those 3 names were the fucking finalists for the Cy Young title last year in the AL. Like,
I like my Cy Young pick.
I love my Cy Young pick.
Who was your NL Cy Young pick?
Oh, NL? I don't remember.
I don't like my
NL. I
Cy
had
Young
Strider. I love both my.
I hate
How
both
are
my
you?
dude. I hate all
my
of
NL. My NL was Sandy, but the AL Goss.
Oh, that's all right. Who did Grant pick?
Yo, genuinely, you confused the fuck out of me for half a second there. I'm like,
I heard that Grant guy's an idiot. So.
Yeah, I don't know baseball.
I'm super curious.
Me and
one of
Nate,
you or you combined.
We're collectively a person.
We're collectively Kate. Like,
Kate's a good one. Nonner.
Yeah,
Nonner's more fun.
Terrible.
I like Nonner.
I like
genuinely. I think I'm batting as far as like all my award picks. I'm going like 2 for like 9 or 10.
And like not even technically winning them, just being in the conversation.
No.
Who do you? Which ones are you winning? Probably
winning
maybe the
NL Rookie of the Year.
What's the other one?
AL MVP.
Who'd you have for AL MVP?
Corey Seager.
No, you're not even close in that one. You're not even in the conversation right now.
He's not even
missed a month. He's not. Yeah, he's not even.
You hypocrite! You hypocrites!
Huh?
Hypocrite! Oh, Bryce Harper can win MVP even though he missed a month.
Big difference.
Yeah, because Bryce Harper.
The Rangers without Corey Seager were a division leading team. You can't tell me him coming back is going to change
their pitching. That's not
anything to do with Corey Seager. Doesn't matter. It can only get worse for the Texas Rangers. It can't get better. You can't get higher than the top. So there's a very, very, very slim possibility of him pulling that off.
He has a 943 OPS.
Cool. Good for him.
And
he's played 16 games.
I mean, any goodwill that I get with Corey Seager, which clearly isn't any compared.
I love Corey Seager. I'm happy he's working.
Like I just, he's all washed away by like Michael Harris.
Yeah, no, that didn't.
I expected him to have a breakout year. He is, I think, has a worse OPS than Kevin Biggio.
So, he's been terrible, quietly terrible too.
Been so bad. Like,
I want to.
Can we do that trade?
Oh, as much as I would hate to see Cav go, fuck it. I like me some Michael Harris. Just get him in a different ballpark.
Can we come way back to where I wanted to start here? Kevin Gausman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it about time that we stop throwing Alejandro Kirk with Kevin Gausman? Because today I don't know if you guys saw the game.
Today was the Magic Man.
It was the Magic Man, Tyler Heineman, and he threw 11 strikeouts.
And he also shout out to Tyler Heineman, gunned a guy out, had a double, productive. Right.
The last 4 starts for Kevin Gausman. Okay, this one obviously Tyler Heineman. He had 11 strikeouts.
No earned runs.
Last one before was Kirk, right?
Yes.
The Minnesota game. 5 walks. 5 walks. He had 8 Ks, so we'll take that. 5 walks, 5 1/3. Game before, only gave up 2 runs, only had 4 Ks.
How many innings?
8.
Against
The-
who?
He fucking crispy.
The 2 games before were
Wait,
Jano.
who was the 8
Against
innings?
who?
Who was the 8 innings against?
8 innings was against Baltimore.
Oh shit, that's right. And that
Uh-huh.
was
I feel like they don't KO a lot though. They got
Sure.
a lot of guys that are putting the ball in play.
Sure.
fair, but like, goddamn.
I'm just narrative balling here because I'm right.
But 8 innings and 4 Ks. That's
8 innings, only 4 Ks for your major league leader in strikeouts or AL leader.
AL
Yeah.
leader.
AL
Strider.
leader.
Strider's right.
The 2 games before that, Jano and Jano, 7 innings, 10 Ks, 6 innings, 9 Ks. I don't love the combination of Alejandro Kirk and Kevin Gausman.
I don't like the combination of Alejandro Kirk and a lot of people. Right
I don't like the combination of Alejandro Kirk and insert name here.
Why?
Tyler Heineman threw out a man with one of the slowest guys on the mound today.
Yeah,
Tyler Heineman's got a sub-2 pop time.
by a good bit too.
Uh-huh.
You got Yelich by a good
For the
couple
first
feet.
time all year. Yelich hadn't been caught yet.
Yeah. Like
I'm just saying Alejandro Kirk might be a DH.
Kirk's bats come around a bit though.
No.
it started.
He's had a couple of good games, but no.
He's had a couple of good games.
His
since
OPS is
Jano's
like
gone
40
down.
points better than Cav. And Cav is the worst hitter on the
No,
team.
no, I'm saying since Jano's gone down,
He's been.
He's had a couple of
looked
games, yes.
better.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
So this is the point I wanted to make.
Uh-huh.
Do you think Kirk needs to catch primarily to hit? Because when he was going off last year,
Mhm.
he was catching the majority of the time because Jano was hurt, and then he fell off the second half of the year.
Yeah, because last year was Collins.
Yeah.
There you go. Fucking yeah, because it was him and like Collins or him and Heineman.
Yeah, I just think it's an interesting point because it seems like when he's catching more, he's hitting better, and he's caught a good bit to start the year. But I would say
Obviously,
Jano's caught
it's been
more.
Yeah.
Do you know how many
Yeah.
extra base hits Alejandro Kirk has in the month of May?
He did one.
I watched that motherfucker beat out an infield single to second base. It was delightful.
That doesn't fucking count. Stop that. That one. That's just fucking Adrian Hauser being an idiot. Like,
Alejandro Kirk, extra base hits, month of May.
he's one.
Final guesses.
He's
the
given the way that you're saying this, he's one.
0.
He's got 3.
Okay.
You
3
know what
doubles.
else, though? I remember watching that play, and Adrian Hauser comes up and he stutter steps and then steps. How do you stutter step and step over the bag? You're stutter stepping to step on the bag.
I don't know how he angled himself in such a way to where he couldn't get to the bag. Like,
He's slugging
Human.
328, gentlemen.
Jesus.
328.
Yeah, for reference, Kevin Biggio slugging 358. Oh, Nate, you weren't here. Did you? I'm assuming you didn't listen to the podcast. You're not a true.
He did. He was.
You did?
He was talking about things to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget what I said. I said numerous things to Brant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
I love Milwaukee. Great ballpark.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. It was funny that we brought that up and then we played the Brewers.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think of that when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
It's just say Jano gets healthy next week. It's not likely. Say he's healthy next week. What do you do? Do you send down Clement and try Heineman here for a bit? Because I like the Tyler Heineman experiment so far. He had a hit or two in today's game.
Where is Kirk getting at bats? Because Belt's hitting.
Yeah, Belt's hitting right now, and so it would have to be catching as opposed to Jano catching.
Unless you are strictly
platoon
playing
it.
Kirk against lefties.
Which I think would work in his favor.
Sure.
And you have him off the bench as a pinch hit option.
You know
And
how
then you use
fucking
Lucas to run.
stupid that makes us look, though?
Do you know how much I care?
I care. That we
I
traded.
don't care in the slightest. Yeah.
Oh.
Obvious. The trade looks bad. That's
That's
never
what I
going to
mean.
change.
Dude, the
It's
trade is
never
look
gonna
terrible because Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is having one of the greatest 20-game
I
stretches.
don't
of his
even
career.
care. I could care less about Lourdes.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Gabe's been pretty good.
Gabe's been great.
Just give me.
But I could not. That trade's going to be bad.
Oh,
we know that.
It's gonna look
And
bad.
it's
as
not-
long as Dalton
It's not
Varsho's
even a knock on
average is-
Dalton Varsho. Dalton Varsho has been one of the best defenders in baseball, but he can't hit.
at
There's-
home. At home, he can't hit at home.
Yeah, you're right. He's an elite
feel-
hitter on the road.
I feel like there's very few things Varsho could do to make that trade look good because we traded away a 23-year-old catcher
If
with
that.
26, 27-year-old.
well,
with
like
with-
elite
with-
catchers that honestly he's I was gonna say he's a 5-tool guy. He really doesn't have the pop, so he's 4-tool guy.
Yeah.
And if you're just not getting pop out of your catcher spot and he's gonna hit 300 and hit a bunch of doubles, I'm taking that.
I think.
Well, that's what you were supposed to get with Kirk,
yeah,
but
I
without
think-
the doubles.
again, the
No,
Varsho.
Kirk has one tool. Kirk's tool is bat to ball skill.
Mhm.
That's it.
Honestly, you have to look at the Varsho, the whole Arizona trade as it's not Varsho for Gurriel and Moreno. It really is. It's Varsho and Kirk for Gurriel and Moreno. That's essentially, you have to look at it like that.
Okay.
Because if
You
it
held on to
wasn't-
Kirk instead of Moreno.
you held on to Kirk instead of Moreno. You can compare You can compare the 1 year of Lourdes in Arizona to however Dalton Varsho does. Like
On the
and
flip side of that,
also, we gotta stop Blue Jays fans. We know this better than anybody. Lourdes is in his fucking.
he's
heater
gonna
phase.
crash.
He's in his
gonna
heater
crash.
phase right now. Like it just hurts that he's.
No, he's gonna win the MVP.
I was
I-
gonna say,
but-
even if he wins the MVP, who cares? He's a free
Yeah.
agent at the end of the year.
Also, do you guys know how many barrels he had last year? All of last year.
Less than he has this year.
7.
He had 13 barrels last year. He has like 16 already this year.
Mhm.
Like
I just don't really care. I'm happy for Lourdes. I love
it's
that guy.
Lourdes' heater phase plus it's a contract year. So
Right.
like
I'm happy for Lourdes. I understand that we made the wrong decision at catcher. And I think Dalton Varsho is a huge asset to this team. Those three
100%.
things are going to be true.
I genuinely think
but it was a
Varsho
bad trade.
Varsho
Right now.
has a lot more upside than what he's shown with the bat, I think.
yeah,
He's got
I
a-
would
mean
think
he
so.
also he's coming. He's a
power numbers are
he's a
there.
He's a young kid coming to a new league. He's got to adjust to the pitching and everything, all the different stadiums.
just to a country.
There's a lot to
It's a
take
whole
into
I
new
that.
mean,
for him.
even in saying that, Brant, we brought this up last pod. He has
Mhm.
like a 350 OPS at home. He's got
Mhm.
like a 880 on the road.
Mhm.
Like
It's crazy.
just if he gets the home numbers up.
It might
Like-
just be a matter of gripping the bat a little too tight here, trying to do a little bit too much at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably also to
He's
do with
fine.
just go to also Dalton Varsho, just go to like a different walk-up song instead of like Sunrise and Truck Bed.
No, truck beds.
No, truck bed's
Truck bed's the one.
unreal.
Okay,
I'm
well
there
he
for
better
it.
start hitting because you might have to change Truck Bed.
I think he had a hit today, didn't he?
Well, he had I think he did 2 hits last night and a hit tonight. So,
With truck bed.
with Truck
If
Bed.
he's walking up to Hardy, he can be my
He's
favorite
hitting the
player.
ball, Hardy.
Fuck off. I hate that you did that. Also, Matt Chapman, I think he has more RBIs
Dalton Varsho
already in
1
the
for
month.
4
That,
today.
I think Matt Chapman already has more RBIs in the month of June than he
He's
did all
back.
of May.
He's back, bro.
in
He's
that
back.
one fucking home run,
Yeah,
the
he's back.
opposite way down the line. Like,
He's back. Nate, you told me to remind you about Kirk and Richards, and I figured.
Yeah,
we'd
Mary
start
talked about
something.
them.
yeah,
We
we're
did?
good. We're
You
good.
know,
with
not
those.
together. I thought you had some with them together.
No.
Okay.
2 separate things.
Okay. Yeah.
Any, like big storylines that in the games that we need to talk about.
Yeah, Kikuchi 500Ks.
Okay, but other than Kikuchi
We
500,
just always talk about Kikuchi.
also Kikuchi wearing that bow headband is fucking hilarious.
That was my favorite picture of all time. I love that so much.
like,
I love it so much.
oh, we also
Hey,
like,
did you get a bow headband?
yeah, I
No.
was me. Oh,
Bro, I
that's right.
showed up at 5:15 and didn't get one.
Oh, dude, they
It
showed
was
it on
nuts.
the
The lines were insane yesterday.
they showed it on the game, and I think they like it was like Dan was like, and here's an image from like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Fucking like 6,000 people were already there.
Nuts.
Like
There,
and
someone
then they
posted a
showed-
picture in one of the groups that I'm in. It was like 1:30 and people were already like lined up through the whole like first security gate sections.
Yeah, and then
insane.
they showed an image of all the people with the jerseys on.
They're
Oh my
bad. They're
God,
so
those
bad.
jerseys are so bad.
They're see-through.
like
You can
I
see
have-
like everything underneath someone. Like somebody had a jersey underneath the Bow jersey, and I could fully see the name underneath it.
like I own like 7
Who
Blue
was
Jays.
it?
I can't remember.
I own like
I
7.
think it was a
Blue-
custom jersey.
Yeah. I own 7 Blue Jays jerseys. Technically 8, but I don't count the 8th one because it's a replica. It's also
Yeah,
a
no.
Randall Grichuk, and I just don't want to claim it.
I just don't. There's never a time where I'll wear the replicas. Either.
No, like
Like they're
I have an
not
Aaron
bad.
Sanchez replica.
Do you? I had a Russell Martin. No idea where it went, but I
That's
have.
it's a good it's a good drinking shirt when you want to go
Yeah,
to a party and
that's
Like,
not a
have
bad
to have
point.
it.
The difference between
That was my first thought process when I got
the
it.
difference between like the replicas and the actual like jerseys that you get off in the store.
Yeah.
Is I feel like I could rip the replica if I tried.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like
Yeah.
I could rip that BASSHOLE jersey in half if I tried.
If you built up enough anger, I
Hey,
can see
man.
it.
hey,
No,
when it's a pirate, when it's like a Pirates or like or Rays BASSHOLE jersey hanging here, it's gonna be hilarious. Like,
hold on, stand by.
oh, we're going into Brant's jersey collection that he has behind his Blue Jay flag, which is
I have the Barrios jersey from last year. And if you look at it, like, especially if you're looking at it on video, like, it's really not
it
bad
doesn't look
looking.
as
That's not bad.
that
It's
doesn't
not
look
bad looking, right?
I mean, but then you get like
Yours is a different color of blue, obviously. Like, if especially
with
lighting probably doesn't help,
lighting
but
doesn't help it. But like, here's the
like
Kiermaier one for perspective.
it's not
like-
bad. I
Also,
don't have any of my.
Don't know why I bought a Kevin Kiermaier jersey. Both
I'm
jerseys.
proud of you.
Like, I don't know why I bought this.
I'm
one.
proud of you. You don't have to.
I think I went. I think I've been over this on the podcast, but this is the only. I was gonna get. I needed to get another new blue because I did not want to get a road gray or another
No, they
light
suck.
home one. And they didn't have Varsho in the new blue. They didn't have Bassett. They didn't have Nate. So I'm like, fuck it. It's Chappie or Kiermaier, and I'm like,
They're both
like,
leaving.
they're both leaving. So I'm just like,
My point here: the blue,
Yes.
the blue ones they gave away, nice. The white one did not look like this. It was the wrong color blue on the numbers. It was see through, just not a good looking thing.
yeah.
The headband was kind of cool, but the thing's like this thick, and I'm like, it's not worth it for me. So yeah,
Fair.
crazy that on a Wednesday at 2:30,
Yeah,
the lines are that busy.
Also, did you guys know
Does
that?
nobody work?
Also,
That's
yeah,
what I
Dan-
was gonna say.
Dan Schulman said this on the broadcast. That was the most like people at a game this year
Insane.
on a Wednesday night.
Insane
in May.
the Milwaukee Brewers came into town expecting a Wednesday game at 7:00 and a Thursday game at 1. Got a complete sellout on Wednesday because a dude with long hair became beloved this season. And then showed up today to a sellout crowd at 1:00 on a Thursday. Like, there's no shot the Brewers thought that was coming.
I didn't see the attendance Tuesday when I was there, but it was pretty full.
It wasn't sellout because I took a
No.
look at the corners and they weren't. They
No,
weren't.
we were mucking some dogs though.
Shidavidi did put out the attendance. The attendance on thing was 32,900
On Tuesday.
on Tuesday on the hot dog night,
That's nuts.
and
Nuts.
the amount of hot dogs eaten was 53,433.
Insane.
That was the Jesus. Fucking 2 weeks ago, 61,000 hot dogs. Who's eating 61,000 glizzies?
Everyone, dude. Everyone just like buys them for the
I
sake
had
of buying.
4.
Jesus.
I had 7 the last time I was.
I
there.
went
Aggressive.
I went to the game the first one they did. I had 0 because you fuck right off with that.
The lines surprisingly quick. I'll give
They
them
are.
that.
What do you think?
They fly through. Like, it looks really bad, but if you stand in it, it's like 2 minutes. Boom, in, out, get your wieners and go.
I mean, I didn't get anything because I got McDonald's on the way back.
Nah, that's
after the
fair.
game. So
That makes sense.
Quick
I
wiener
s-
and go.
Quick, you love the old wiener and go.
no Wienermobile.
I want to comment about the game I was at yesterday
Okay.
because we had this conversation. I want to say it was last week about maybe we didn't. Catching balls in the crowd.
Yes, we did last episode.
Was that last episode?
Yeah.
Give
Give it to a
Talked
kid.
about Zach Campbell, didn't you?
Yeah, there was that
Right.
Campbell. If you catch a ball,
Thank you.
give it to a
Okay.
child.
Right.
Unless you barehand that shit on the fly. Then it's
I
yours.
had seats in the TD clubhouse. Shout out Cavi.
Fucking
He
you.
got us free seats there. It's cool. We sat behind a lovely couple and their kids, and then there was a group of 4 in front of them. This liner comes up, and the dude, unathletic dude, 2 rows in front of us, reaches for it, and it tips off his fingers and beans this like 7-year-old kid right in front of me, like square in the leg. Kid's crying. All this
Gross.
happens.
Gotta be
Goes off
prepared.
his leg, rolls down to the dude in front of him. Guy picks it up, holds it up like he just won the World Series, starts taking pictures with this ball, showing it to all his friends. Look what I got. This kid is legitimately crying
Hey,
behind him after wearing the ball in the leg. Never gave it to the kid.
What he doesn't know.
Read the room.
Never gave it to the kid. We were yipping him the entire time. Didn't even turn and look at us. So I hope he sees this just so that he knows you were the biggest scumbag in that building for a day. Congratulations on that. Brutal. Ugliest thing I've ever seen.
I saw a guy push a kid. It was in the aisle. This guy, he had to be in
Zach
his like
Campbell, the
40s.
child? Cool.
Oh yeah, pushed like a 7-year-old out of the way to catch a ball. Like shoved this kid.
Did he catch it though, or did he like? Just did it?
I don't remember. I just remember being pissed that he pushed the kid.
I hope he caught it at that point.
I think he might have.
So brutal, man. I don't know. To do that and then not have the balls to turn around and say something to us as we're chirping him the entire time. Just embarrassing. Shout out to the parents of the kid because they bought us a beer because we were ripping on the guy so much. So that was cool. We like them. Yeah, that was my experience in the TD clubhouse. It was kind of cool. Do we have anything else to talk about the Jays?
I mean, on the Jays, I just be like, just fuck it. Or this for a reason. God damn it, he's batting like 400 in his last 7 games.
He's got a 1 dot.
Got a 1 dot
in his last like 6.
Second best hitter on the team right now.
2 walks today.
2 walks today. I got to tweet out my thing twice, like 2 times more than I got to do in the month of May.
You know who else was great today? Not offensively so much, but defensively. Kevin fucking Kiermaier. But you cannot go an episode without mentioning him because he's been ridiculous.
Also, did you know that he like leads the league in average against fastballs 95 miles an hour and faster?
I'm not surprised. I heard he can handle
like 500. He's batting like 500.
That's crazy.
He doesn't look pretty on the breaking balls.
No, man.
He had the bases loaded chance.
Freddie Peralta had him on fucking skates.
Yeah, it wasn't great. That catch he made in the second might have been his best of the year.
Probably. Like
statistically and like what he had to do to get to that ball was insane.
Just had it on my phone. I think they said he went 92 feet in 4.7 seconds. Like
he flew, Nate.
Which
dead sprint.
That's insane. I was listening to it on the radio. I didn't watch it though.
It was I think it was 30.4 feet per second sprint speed to get that ball.
That's
also
insane.
He like caught.
He's got a surgically prepared hip.
He genuinely like he landed and slid like an extra 30 feet.
Yeah.
It felt like.
Yeah. Unbelievable, man. That guy's doing it all. Shout out to Bo Bichette for continuing to be good.
Yeah.
Can't go an episode without mentioning him either.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
Not
also,
just offensive.
This isn't Blue. It's kind of Blue Jays. This is kind of Blue Jays related. Just 2 things. Shout out Rowdy Tellez for a triple, and shout out Rowdy Tellez, I guess, for getting an innovation.
That was like
I clap for Rowdy Tellez.
Barely innovation, and I'm very disappointed.
He got a decent one when we were there.
Did
he? He came in as a pinch hitter. I clapped for him. Yeah. I like Rowdy Tellez a lot more than I liked Pilar or Teo. So
it's a likable dude.
Yeah. His name's Rowdy. How can you not like him?
It also like if we held on to Rowdy for like 3-4 more, if we held on for like 2 more months, he's probably still on this team. If you think about it.
I don't think he ever got the opportunity. He would have ever got the opportunity to turn into what he is now.
He's in the spot that Brandon Belt. He's in the spot that Brandon Belt would be in.
Yeah,
I forget who
he was in that spot then, and he couldn't get it to work.
Who did we have taking DH at bats that year? Because there was someone else, and he just wasn't making it work.
If I'm remembering correctly, didn't George?
It was 21, right?
George came back. Yeah, it was 21. George came back and like only DH.
George DH'd a lot.
Like
right.
George came back and only DH for like a good month. So
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that kind of
was that the only. Who the hell DH'd that year?
It wasn't.
I feel like Vladdy did a bit.
Vladdy did a bit. It wasn't
not enough to count.
It wasn't Teoscar. Like, wasn't Lord. Like, we got to think because Rowdy got traded in what, like June?
Yes.
It was pretty early. It was well before the deadline.
Yeah.
Like, so he.
Who the fuck else was on that team?
That dude, the 21 team is a fucking fever dream. Pre-trade deadline, like pre-deadline, that team is a fever dream.
the little, the top 12 players thing that they show on Baseball Reference.
Yeah, it's
3, 4, 5, 5 of them are wearing different hats.
Well, yeah, it's like what Semyon, Robbie Ray.
Mm-hmm. That's the 1 and 2.
Steven Matz,
Steven Matz is on there. Teoscar's on there.
Teoscar
Lourdes is
and
on there.
Lourdes. Like it's the pretty consensus vibe.
One of them was
'Cause-
Ryu.
Well, yeah, I mean he was
good that year.
Another
like,
one, Santiago Espinal.
He's still on the team, Brant.
I know, but no,
Like,
not currently.
He's not in a. They don't have him in a fucking Pawtucket Sox hat. Like, he's like
So according to this, they have George as the DH.
yeah, George did DH like
DH a lot.
Like,
Reese McGuire caught.
yeah, because
You
Jano
still touch your piece, McGuire?
Yeah, Jano was out for a
78
little bit. And
games?
that's well. Kirk,
This was
also, Kirk went on the 60-day this year, in
Yeah.
2021.
You're right.
So,
Kirk and Jano were both hurt at one point because we had multiple catchers, did we not?
yeah, we had.
Oh, that was the Riley Adams year.
It was Riley Adams and Reese McGuire. Like, dude, I'm telling you,
miss Riley Adams.
the Jays coming back to Toronto, that season is a fucking like fever dream.
Who did we trade Riley Adams for?
Brad Hand.
Yes.
Get DFA'd like 2 weeks.
I think we still won that trade.
Yeah,
I mean, the war exchange was about the same. Like,
Riley
Didn't
Adams
fucking-
was
wait.
so bad.
didn't Riley Adams hit a home run against us though? That
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. But he was so bad. He had the worst framing I've ever seen in my life.
in one of those like shitty
Like catch it out here and try and
you
frame it on the
remember
other
when they
corner.
did-
Framing's an umpire stat.
Yeah, do you?
Oh, I
you
know it
remember-
is, but
is very
just
true.
generally.
Okay, here's how I
So
knew
bad.
Riley Adams was bad. Do you guys remember those shitty like YouTube TV games?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we had one against the Mariners, and they kept showing WRC plus. They kept pointing out that 100 is average.
Right.
When every time Riley Adams came up, that shit was like -30, and I'm like, it's like
You can have
how?
a negative WRC plus.
Yes, you could have a negative WRC plus.
We used so many pitchers that year.
Well, yeah, I like Bergen, Beasley,
Saucedo.
Saucedo,
Uh-huh.
Castro, Tommy Malone,
Buddy.
Banda.
Banda.
Banda was last year. Banda was just last year. Dolis, Chatwood.
Shun Yamaguchi.
No, Shin Yamaguchi was only 2020.
38 pitchers.
Is that just relievers or starters?
No,
It's got to be with starters.
that's with starters.
Okay, yeah, because like starters,
Trent
Thornton, Ryan Barucki.
Drew Hutchison.
You guys want me to throw in
Or
some
no.
names you'll never
Why? I
you might
literally.
get?
No. Who's the guy we talked about earlier that's in Thomas Hatch?
Thomas Hatch.
They look
Hatch, yeah.
similar. It confused me.
Yeah. Did Casey Lawrence pitch that year?
Casey
I feel
Lawrence
like he had to have.
did not.
Jordan Romano.
Jordan Romano
The
did,
fact that
obviously.
The fact that we took that long to get to Jordan.
Tim
I don't know.
Meza.
Meza.
Tim Meza, obviously. Ready?
Adams-
Who's the Fireheisen or what? No, what's his
No.
name? The
Is Ringhausen?
hand.
Wait,
No,
I
he
don't
was
have
a
who you're talking
fucking
about.
not the knuckleballer. Wasn't it that year? Or was that
No.
older?
No, that's
No.
way older.
That is not on
There
this.
hasn't been a knuckleballer on this team since fucking Ryan Dickey.
Yes, there has.
It does not feel like it.
Yeah, there has.
You
Oh,
find him and I'll go.
I forget his name. We
let me-
signed him at a like
Let me
we signed him out of independent ball and brought him up for a start in Seattle.
No idea. who you're
Oh, Matt Gage.
I'm gonna throw you
Soda.
some names, and you guys tell me you remember their
Okay.
time as a Blue Jay in 21. Ty Tice.
Oh shit. Oh, fucking now you just remember AJ Cole.
AJ Cole
Yeah.
did pitch that year.
AJ Cole did pitch.
Travis Bergen.
Oh, fuck, I did say Bergen. Carl Edwards Jr.
Yes.
Gross.
I saw his
Sergio
name. Yeah,
Romo?
Carl Edwards Jr. was
No,
on
Romo was like a flat
Romo-
week last year.
was last year. But you know who was on that team, and everybody remembers Kirby Sneed. That was a fun time. Nick Algair,
Yep.
Joel Piamps, Joaquin Soria.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
traded for him at the deadline
Yeah.
for two
Patrick,
players to be named later.
everybody's favorite, Patrick Murphy.
Oh, dude,
Yep.
do you guys remember when people were so pissed that we traded Murphy? Or
I don't
that we
even remember
DFA'd
who
him?
Patrick Murphy is.
We
so-
like DFA'd Murphy. He went to Washington and everybody was like, what the fuck?
Sure. I could
Like-
not tell you one thing. Yeah. Blue Jays legend Tanner Roark pitched that year.
He pitched like 2 games, right?
Noted minor league no-hitter thrower TJ Zoik through that year.
Bro, TJ Zoik was our 3rd starter last year in 2021.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
that's how bad we were at a point.
Connor Overton. Yes, Nate?
Ryan Fearbend. It was 2019.
Fearbend. Okay.
I was
No
pretty close
idea
on that.
I mean,
you were on the
you were
right
close on
track.
For like a little bit, I was
Fireheisen
like,
and whatever the second one I said was.
for half a second, I thought you were talking about Jacob Wagaspack. Like,
Oh yeah.
No.
has Wagaspack pitched for us in 2021?
No, not this year apparently.
Like,
I have not seen him on here. Couple more names just for fun.
Julian Merriweather.
Julie Merriweather
holy shit.
did
he
throw that
pitched
year.
for
Yep.
Fucking like 2 weeks.
Yeah, he was
entire
great
season.
this year actually. Anthony K. Noted, I don't know where the hell he is now, guy.
I think he was with the Cubs.
Noted great arm for about a week, Tommy Malone, until he blew out that arm and could not pitch the rest of the year.
Blew out that arm throwing like 87.
He threw like 60-mile-an-hour sliders, and that was it.
Noted piece of shit Brian Baker was on the team.
He pitched a game.
Do
pitched
not
an inning.
recall.
He pitched an inning.
DNR.
Like, I remember he was pitched an inning against Oakland.
DNR means do not resuscitate.
I know, but I DN recall.
I mean, given our history with Brian Baker, do not resuscitate might be appropriate.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite bullpen arm in the bullpen, Ryan Barucki. He's an angel. I will never say a bad thing about him.
I need you to stay.
Yeah, that was so fun. Great
He's
walk.
in LA.
Is he?
Barucki.
He went to
he's an
Seattle and then
angel.
he got DFA'd. And I don't know where he is now.
You just said he's an angel.
No, he's an angel.
He's an angel
Like,
of a
as a
person,
human.
not a.
Oh,
I watched him like
It's too late.
interact
for
with
this.
fans, and he's
It's
incredible.
too late for.
Sorry, pal. I don't know where he is.
For wordplay.
I hope he's
Um,
somewhere nice. You said AJ Cole already. Taylor Saucedo.
Can
You can vote
we,
for him in the All Star game.
Can we
right now?
talk about Taylor Saucedo
No.
for half a second?
No.
Yeah.
Do you want to know his stats this year?
Are they good?
As of
If they're good, I don't want to talk about them.
no, okay,
You can't
fine.
vote for him in the All-Star game. You can't vote
You
for
can.
You can write in.
You can write him
as an
in.
outfielder.
Mariners fans have been writing him in as an outfielder.
What?
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
So this is as of May
Why?
28th. I don't know how he's been. His Ks per 9 is 11.45. His walks per 9 is
Jesus.
1.64. His left on base percentage is 91%. His ground ball rate is 62%.
Whatever. He sucked here. I
His
don't care.
ERA is 0.82.
Here, he sucked here.
He has a FIP of 1. No, he didn't.
He
didn't
sucked
suck
here.
He
He
didn't suck
sucked
here.
so many times.
He had like
So many times. He had good games and then
Taylor
sucked.
Saucedo was like, I remember one game
Good
he
riddance.
gave up like 3 runs. All of them were dinky fucking singles over third baseman's head. Like,
Be better.
well, clearly, he's got an
He's
ERA
gone.
under fucking one.
Can we move on to around the league, or do
Yeah,
we need to name
yeah.
the entire 2021
Yeah, because we're
Jays
just
roster?
We're losing
Jacob
the plot here, boys.
Barnes,
Oh,
Jeremy Beasley.
jeez. Jacob
Those were
Barnes.
the other two that were
Jesus.
fun that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pearson.
Yeah. That was a good year.
Yeah.
Let's
Speaking
stop
of-
pretending like we were a good team. We just got really hot. That bullpen was so bad.
Yeah, but, dude. we
So bad.
What was the Phillies last year?
got- right.
Yeah, but they had at least
The Phillies.
two.
The Phillies finally got a good bullpen.
Sir
We did
Anthony
too.
and Alvarado
We did too.
were carving. Who did
Mesa
we
and
have?
Romano.
We're not
And-
doing this.
And
Mesa was
Rafael
in the
Delis, majority of the time.
No,
Not that year.
year.
Not that year. 2020
no,
he was
no, no,
good.
no, no.
21
Rafael-
he was not.
Rafael Delis it was a lot of
I
heart attack.
tried so hard to defend Dolis, but he had a really bad year.
He was
in
no, it was a
21.
lot of heart attack inducing shit, but he fucking left guys on.
And then he
Like,
fell apart after. He had a good
And-
month and then he lost
He
it
had
all.
like a 7.97 ERA.
the fact that that's only 2 years ago.
I don't think I could have named you 12 pitchers from that bullpen.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, here we are. Around the league.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty short.
He was in our bullpen, but not at that point.
Who?
Oh, yeah. Starting there. Around the league. The man was in our bullpen in 15 and 16 or just 15?
He was also almost in our bullpen in 21 or 22.
In 21,
know.
because he signed a contract in
Yeah.
2021. He was almost
what I
back
thought.
with the Jays.
He was almost in our
Oh!
bullpen.
Shout out Liam fucking Hendricks.
Yeah.
clap because I have a thing in my hand, but like
That's okay.
Dude.
Yeah, not a great first outing back, but
No,
it really
no, no, no,
doesn't
no.
matter because
But
it was
like
so fun.
he gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. He just couldn't. He's getting to 2 strikes a lot. He just didn't like get the out pitch with the slider. But fuck that, dude. Like
Who cares? Who cares?
I genuinely like. There's like been a few times that I could visibly catching myself like welling up, being like, "Fuck, I'm about to." It was the Jays like that return home in 2021, like that intro shit. I started to well up just a little bit. I'm like, "Fuck, this is real. We're back." Yes, and fucking Liam Hendricks walking in, like,
yeah, it's cool.
Like, dude, that's
awesome.
fucking psychotic.
There's no better story in baseball this year.
No, like that's psychotic.
No.
Also, shout out
And
his wife.
there's been some fucking awesome stories.
Yes,
Like we're gonna get to another one. We already talked about Bryce coming back in like 4 months from TJ. Like there's been some awesome stories this year, and it's not even close.
No.
Yeah, and like the crazy thing is, Liam Hendricks has said multiple times that he thinks he probably did pitch with cancer in 21 and 22.
Yeah, that's wild.
And he was one of the best relievers in baseball.
I so hope he lights it up. I want him to be so good again.
Yeah, man. Like
I don't want him to be there. No
also,
disrespect, Connor, but
no. Trust me,
he's gone at the deadline.
If he if he's a Blue Jay, I'm losing my mind. Like,
I don't know what kind of package we could put together to get Liam Hendricks. Is he a free agent at the end of the year? No, he signed that deal not that long ago.
I think it was a 3-year deal though.
Was that it?
Oh. Or 4.
Okay, then yeah, give me that.
It's I think it's a mutual option with a buyout or something.
Okay, that's fine.
Or a team option.
Yeah, give me that then. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it was 3 years, 54, with a club option in 24. So probably not.
Yeah, with a like $2 million buyout or something.
Yeah,
it's only 2 years.
But yeah, shout out also shout out his wife for like there was a call that like should have gone Liam Hendricks' way, and then they immediately go to his wife, and it's slow-mo just being like, "Fuck you, Blue." Like,
so they're meant to be together.
Yeah, dude. They're like,
that's so funny.
But like the thing is, Liam Hendricks is like psychopath.
Yeah,
I don't know how he could pitch not being a psychopath. Like being like,
he said that before too, right?
Yeah.
Like he needs to be angry.
Yeah, like
and there's no way you can be angry in that situation.
In his first like rehab thing, he was like, the other team came out and was clapping for me. I can't really get angry at them when they're doing that. Like
brutal.
But yeah, that's just an awesome like thing. Congrats.
So cool.
So cool.
Can we stick with comebacks for a second?
Yeah, sure. We can.
Mike Soroka came back.
Michael Soroka.
Michael, we're calling him.
He wants to be called. No, he wants to be called Michael.
You go by Michael.
He wants to go by Michael Soroka. Okay.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. No, we can talk about Soroka. He came back. He hasn't pitched since 2020.
Yeah.
Before this,
2 Achilles injuries and some issues last year with his arm, I believe it was.
Yeah,
that's been a long road to recovery for Michael Soroka.
Hey, that's him, not me.
I know.
He went 5 innings against the A's. He had 4 really
say much.
He had 4 really good innings and had a shit 5th where he gave up like 4 or 5. So
that's okay. It's his first time back. I'll take it.
It's not great.
I don't know. Super cool. I'm just happy he's back.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a guy that was a Rookie of the Year and Cy Young candidate in his first year.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously both those injuries were brutal.
And Canadian.
So
good man.
I hope he does well. I hope he understands that he should probably be called Mike and not Michael.
Yep,
Michael's just a mouthful. But yeah. Where do we want to go next?
I mean, we could jump to something that happened in the same game as Liam Hendricks.
Okay.
Everybody's favorite pipe dream fantasy draft pick of 2021, I believe, made his MLB debut. Ben Joyce on the Angels. He is as filthy as advertised.
We passed on Ben Joyce, right?
Ben Joyce was like a 3rd round pick.
No, second. I think
it was 2nd or 3rd.
We took Barriera, right?
Barriera, and then we did have
I don't think we did. I think we just had Barriera.
No, we had a couple comp picks. because that was the year
How
that
did
that
we
was the
get
year
comp picks?
after because Simeon and Ray left, and we gave him the qualifying.
What year was it?
Oh,
I think it was 20. I think it was it was 20.
it was
22.
last year.
It was last year, but it would have been we would have got the comp picks because of the off season. So we got the 2 comp picks for Ray and Thing. So yeah, I think we picked 3 people before Ben Joyce, 2 or 3 people.
If you're the Angels, what? I would have called him up sooner. Like, just have him start the year in the majors. He throws
Yeah.
106. That arm is not going to hold up.
Crazy.
I
Who
mean,
cares if he can't throw strikes? He
I've
throws
seen
106. You could throw it down the dick,
yeah.
and half the league isn't touching that.
I mean, I've seen him pitch 2 games now. He's pumping like 102, 103 consistently on the sinker, and he has like a 96-mile-an-hour cutter.
Nuts.
That's
like-
that's not sustainable though. Like, it's
No, like
look at Syndergaard. I saw a quote. I don't know whether it was
That's-
true or not. Did
I
you
think
see
it's-
that? Did you see this quote?
I think he said at this point, I'm willing to give up my firstborn to be the old me again.
Pretty well word for word what I saw.
Like that's yeah, because Noah's a shell of himself. Like
So I got the draft order. We went Barriera first round.
mhm.
Then we went Josh Kasevich,
Kasevich, from what I've been
Second
hearing,
round.
has been pretty good in the minors.
60th overall.
Did,
And then
just
we went,
quick,
Yeah, keep
while we're on the minors, did you
Hmm?
see there's a fucking 16-year-old playing in low A?
Oh, fucking for the Padres, the catcher? Ethan Salas. He's 16 and I think
what are we doing with our lives?
his first game he went like 2 for 3. Like
Good Lord. We're not done there, unfortunately. We took Tucker Toman and Cade Doughty back to back. So we took 3 middle infield prospects before
Toman's supposed to be good though.
Ben
isn't he?
Joyce dropped to
Toman is
89.
like I think Toman was
I think he got above slot.
Toman got above
if
slot because I think he said he
No,
wanted
I'm saying
Doughty-
Joyce. I think Joyce got above slot.
Yeah, Joyce got above slot because
He was slotted 112.
Yeah, like he was.
I don't care. We went way below on Toman. Toman was ranked to the 35th. We took him 77.
Well, I think the thing with Toman was like he only wanted to go to a certain amount of teams, and the Blue Jays being one of them. So that's why he fell so far. Like
Crazy. So yeah,
Same with Bo.
but yeah,
basically what we're getting at, Alien Ben
is
Joyce.
Alien Ben Joyce. He's
How long do we realistically think this lasts? I'm giving him the end of next year.
He had
Yeah.
TJ in college, right?
I believe.
Are you more likely to get TJ again, or I don't really know how that works?
I
You have
mean,
8 years on your arm, and that's it. Max.
I mean, I think Drew Rasmussen, he's had like 2 or 3 TJs already in his career. So
There's somebody, I don't remember who it is, who's going on their 3rd.
Is it not?
I think it is
DeGrom?
Rasmussen. Not DeGrom. DeGrom's only had the 1.
No.
I guess.
I think it might be Rasmussen. I think you're right, but that's what they say. You've
Like-
got 8 years on the ligament, and then you have to get it again, and that's absolute best case scenario.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who knows? The human body is not meant to throw a ball 106 miles an hour.
No.
It's
Like,
insane.
human body's really
Good
not
for
meant to throw in like a 99,
No.
like 98,
not.
99 consistently. Like
That's crazy. Super cool to watch, though. I hope it lasts because
Mhm.
it's fun. It's also going to make them hang on to Shohei longer than they should.
Yeah, Shohei's not getting traded at the deadline.
Nope.
Because you would have already been hearing about it.
No, he's going to be gone at the end of the year, though.
Yeah, for nothing.
We haven't talked shit about the Angels in a long time.
No, because they're actually over 500.
No, don't talk shit about the Angels.
Why? What?
Have we talked shit about the Angels since you've joined? Because I
No.
used to. It
The
was like
Angels-
a weekly thing before.
I know.
The
I like
Angels
the
have-
Angels, so fuck off.
The Angels have the same record as us right now.
Oh, I don't care about the success of the team.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Just
like,
the
it's-
franchise as a whole. I
Yeah,
just
the
have
Angels
so
are
many issues.
fucking disaster.
They're right up there with the A's for me. But
They're the opposite of the A's, to where
Mhm.
the Angels spend too much money and do it stupidly.
can't make anything work. I hate it.
Like,
Yep.
Like, how do you fuck up CJ Wilson, Albert Pujols, Josh Hamilton, Justin Upton, Anthony Rendon, like, in the span of 5-6 years? or that's probably a lot. That's like 10 years actually, but still.
They just deteriorated
Well,
all of them.
One of them got back into drugs, so that
Yeah.
didn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them was
Knowing what happened afterwards with Tyler Skaggs, I don't have any respect for them for that either. That's another one of them.
Yeah.
Also, Pujols had that whole plantar fasciitis thing for a while there, so that didn't help.
Upton and Rendon just fell off.
CJ Wilson just didn't have anything.
Isn't Rendon still doing well this year or no?
I think he was in.
CJ Wilson had 2 good years, and they're like, this
also
guy.
Money. Like,
is it CJ Wilson that's still in the minors right now?
No, it's Derek Holland.
No, there's. I swear it was CJ Wilson. Was it Cole Hamels?
Cole Hamels is like in the Padres minor leagues. Like,
that's insane.
Also, we didn't talk about this with the Jays, but fucking Julio Teheran's still a pitcher in baseball.
He's pitching well,
and he's had 2 starts this year, and he's given up like 1 earned in 12 innings.
Okay,
fuck, my calf just cramped up. Fuck.
While we're going around the league, anyone here listen to the Foul Territory podcast?
I do. Okay, I do pretty like a good bit, but I
couldn't tell you who's on that.
That's what AJ. It's AJ Przinsky.
That's the one that
Mankiewicz
was talking. Oh, that's not
Jake Kipnis. That's the one that Kipnis is.
That's the Kipnis was on. Did you not hear about
Kipnis, Eric Kratz, Todd Frazier.
Was there more?
Oh,
you didn't sit up. No, I didn't watch this episode.
I just heard about it on Baseball is Dead, and I can't say I've watched it, but I heard the quote. So Doug Mankiewicz, everyone's favorite baseball player.
Who?
I've heard the name.
Doug Mankiewicz.
I know the name.
Yeah.
Apparently was a high school teammate of Mr. Aroyd, and basically just called him an absolute piece of shit.
I mean,
said he fell asleep at a high school reunion thing for their coach wearing his Timberwolves jersey. There's pictures of A-Rod asleep.
God, he's a part owner of the Timberwolves.
And then said he's a shitty father, basically, and a shitty person, and he's going to hell.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Wow. I don't think this is any new information about it.
No,
but it's just
but like it's just funny.
And then apparently A-Rod comes out the next day and he's like, well, I'm dealing with a degenerative gum disease. He's got gingivitis.
He's got gingivitis.
It explains so much. That's why all that happened.
And I forget, his statement was like, I am sorry that Doug feels this way. I've always felt really close with him and his family.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Foul territory is not going to exist for very much longer.
No, dude.
No.
That's
like 2 weeks.
And then Mankiewicz. Yeah, you guys got to watch that.
That's so problematic because like I
went off
because dude, they have
terrible father. Like just he's a bad dad.
Doesn't he have like
wants attention or something? Like
portrait of himself in his house?
I mean, that would
probably.
Me.
He seems like the type of guy who's got a shirtless portrait of himself. With
I think that's
half as a
right.
horse. Like he's got a centaur portrait.
Like
on some
it sounds
shit.
stupid, but I think that might be it.
I think that's the fact that we are all on board with that. I think that's a thing.
Dude,
I gotta look it up.
It sounds real. Like
you're not legitimately. So one of A-Rod's exes says he had portraits of himself as a centaur hanging in his house. Over his bed. Sorry. Let's just throw that in there too. I hope it's real. If not, we'll just continue that rumor.
He's like a horse.
He's the ultimate put it on the table. Like
that's so funny, man.
Yeah, you guys got to listen. You guys got to check that out. Doug Mankiewicz, noted big A-Rod fan.
Yep. All right, where else we have? I didn't put this on the rundown, but apparently, according to Jeff Passan, a lot of people think Shane Bieber is going to be traded at the deadline. And
if the price is low, I'd take a risk.
I don't want anything to fucking do with Shane Bieber.
If the price is low, I take the risk.
Shane Bieber's fastball velocity dropped 3 miles an hour in the last 2 seasons.
In the words of one Jack Flaherty, He can play at 90. He can play at 88. He can play wherever.
He gave up fucking 7 runs the game he said that.
Yeah. Also, Shane Bieber, his max exit velocity this year given up was 116.3, and his average exit velocity this year is 91.6.
I just want Shane Bieber for the possibility of Buck Martinez fumbling and calling him Justin.
Fuck it, dude. That's how we get Justin Bieber back with the Blue on a
Yeah.
Blue Jays thing instead of the Leafs.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Leafs can have him.
oh yeah, the Leaf, dude. I don't want the
Fuck
Leafs to have him,
that.
but
The
like,
Jays really don't have anyone.
dude, we have
Geddy Lee.
Geddy Lee, Drake,
That's
Bieber, Geddy Lee,
Geddy Lee,
Like,
global superstar.
Rush.
the Arkells for the Argos.
Yeah, no. Um,
I'm taking Rush over
the guy
Drake
from
and Bieber.
from Kim Convenience has season tickets there.
Are you talking about Simu?
No, not Seaman.
I wish
The
dude,
dad. I don't know his
Did-
actual name.
Did you guys see the other? There was another notable note that apparently I think it's HBO is coming out with a Barry Bonds documentary,
Yes.
and apparently want Bonds to be in it, but that bridge has not been crossed yet.
Give me it.
I don't want a Barry Bonds
Bonds will not
documentary
be
that
there.
doesn't have Bonds in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that
I
sucks.
don't want like a bunch of people just talking
But-
about him.
No.
Like he's had a
I'm also-
perjury trial and everything, so there's probably very minimal stuff he could say. And what are you really going to get out of it from him? I'd be interested in his like life and his career up until that point. Just leave it there,
Right.
or whatever, or just leave the steroids alone. But
I think we're just reaching a point where former teammates of big name players are just going to come out and bash them. Like the Pippen Jordan stuff recently was big. Obviously,
Scottie Pippen's been doing that ever since The Last Dance came out, though.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
And
Once you do those
it's-
documentaries.
Well, yeah, because Jordan's a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That, for sure.
I mean,
find a pro like a superstar that is
very
that
true.
big that
This
is
is
not a
very
piece
true,
of
but,
shit.
like,
LeBron
also,
James.
LeBron James. Also, but side note, we're not even talking about baseball anymore. Doesn't help that all this is happening when Michael Jordan's son is now dating Scottie Pippen's
daughter.
ex-wife.
Oh, ex-wife. Oh, that's so much worse.
Like,
Yeah, not great.
oh, but Scottie Pippen's
Like,
ex-wife gets around.
Is that Michael B. Jordan?
No.
No,
No, they're not
he
actually.
fucking Michael Jordan wishes.
No, that's Jimmy Butler.
I mean, they lost tonight, so he doesn't really want to claim that.
Do you have you heard that conspiracy theory?
Oh, it's a great conspiracy theory because even if you
so
look at,
much of that adds up, it's insane.
if you look at images of young Michael Jordan,
It's
You
the
know
same.
what doesn't add up?
Mm.
Why is the mom not going for alimony?
Maybe she already got it.
I just poked a big hole in your balloon.
I didn't
very
put this
true.
much effort in my research.
I know,
here.
dude. This is
I'll come.
yeah.
I'll come
But
back next week with
Speaking,
the whole conspiracy reasons.
I was gonna try and segue poking holes in balloons. The National League.
Padres.
No. I mean, the Padres are in the National League, but the National League fucking sucks.
Yeah, we
National League sucks ass. Did you guys know that every team in the National League is within 5.5 games of a playoff spot?
What?
Every National League team. The Colorado Rockies are the last place team in the National League. They're 5.5 games out of a wild card.
Really?
Mhm.
The Nats too?
The Nats.
I guess they're
are-
above the
What's-
Rockies. That makes sense.
What's the record of the third wild card team
It's the Phillies, isn't it?
versus the East?
As of right now, it's tied. The Pirates 28-27.
They're hanging on, eh?
Motherfucker. Yeah. Side note, I had this on the run sheet, but it was outdated. The Pirates had a 6-17 stretch and we're still a half game out of the NL Central.
It's bad. Well, they're not. Yep, that's fine.
But yeah, like Miami is, I think, tied for a wild card spot as well. They're just out by run differential. Like
Are the Phillies out?
the Phillies are, yeah, they're
Ass.
1, 2, 3, 4. They're fifth last in the league.
Ass.
They were in one not that long ago. That's rough.
They have 4 game losing streak.
They need their shortstop to show up.
Yeah, Trey
Yeah.
Turner has been bad.
Has he matched his homer total from the WBC yet? Because as of like last week, he hadn't.
Last I heard, he hadn't.
Trey Turner has
He's got
5 home
one
runs.
more RBI. Yeah, so he's got one more RBI.
We passed
the
an
last I
RBI.
heard.
Nice.
Yeah,
he's
that's good.
651 OPS so far for Trey Turner. Like, but yeah,
Bobichette's better.
Dude, the 5.5 for reference, the Colorado Rockies are 1 game better than the White Sox. The White Sox are 10.5 games out of a wild card.
Yeah,
the Rockies are 5.5.
That's kind of embarrassing. How many games are we out now? 3.5 or 4.5?
3. Like 3 flat.
3 even?
Yeah. Let's see.
I was gonna say if we're almost as far away as the Rockies
tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's fine. He stinks. He's old.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's old. Has he been pitching well lately? I legitimately have not paid attention to the Mets in the slightest. The only thing I know about the Mets is that they don't have any leadership, and they got all these vets.
He's been pitching well lately, as far as I know.
Okay.
But yeah, the National League, and then we can. You were gonna say this before, Nate, but the Padres. You don't get to hear the no on Bally Sports anymore because the Diamond Sports Group, who filed for bankruptcy a couple of months ago. Nate, Brant, you look so fucking confused.
I am.
Okay.
They don't have a sport. They don't have a regional broadcast anymore.
Like at all?
Nope.
MLB
took over their broadcast
because the Diamond Sports Group that does games like they took basically Diamond Sports Group has Bally Sports, which does a lot of. They did a lot of the MLB teams. They did a lot of NHL teams. They just didn't pay the Padres. Like they went for bankruptcy and just didn't pay the Padres. So now the Padres just have their rights back. And they're using like MLB network type graphics for their games now. So
because I saw something about MLB TV and the Padres and I didn't understand what that was.
Yeah, it's not black that there's no blackouts.
There's no blackouts.
The Padres games.
Well, that's good.
I mean, like I looked
at
all
it took?
The amount of teams that have Bally Sports, which is the thing, is ridiculous.
The Braves,
the Rays, the Cardinals, the Royals, the Twins, the Tigers, the Diamondbacks.
The A's are Fox Sports, right?
The A's are NBC. I think they're NBC.
Are they?
They're NBC.
Never mind.
Who else is there?
Lots, basically.
The Brewers, like I'd say
so it's nuts.
At least third to half of the league is.
So how does it work with the rest of them? I'm super confused.
I don't know. Because I know, like a lot of
they went bankrupt and didn't pay the Padres or something, so they lost all their rights, and MLB's taken over the rights.
So why does that not happen with the rest of the teams?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I'm googling. Sorry, because I
Happy
know
to help.
That, like, yeah.
Thanks for that. It really cleared me up.
Fucking Google.
But like, did Bally Sports go bankrupt? Like, did they own all of Bally Sports, or they own Bally Sports West?
They owned all of Bally.
Oh,
okay. U.S. bank. This is as of today, actually. Alden Gonzalez from ESPN, a U.S. bankruptcy judge in Houston, ruled in favor of Major League Baseball and 4 of its teams Thursday, forcing Diamond Sports Group, the RSN operator that airs broadcasts under the name Bally Sports, to fully pay the contracts in question, which were the Twins, the Guardians, the Diamondbacks, and the Rangers. They just didn't pay the Padres. So those 4 teams, Diamond, navigating through bankruptcy proceedings, had argued it should pay those 4 teams less than what the current deals call for, noting the rapid rate of cord cutting throughout the United States has significantly devalued the assets. The decision, let's see. The decision is likely a crucial precedent that undercuts Diamond's hopes of lowering costs by decreasing the value of previously agreed upon contracts, particularly with 28 NBA and NHL teams also in its purview. Like I
gotta be honest, none of that cleared anything up. I'm still a bit of a brain fart right now.
I think
those were a lot of big words, and it's too late at night for big words.
Yeah,
that was the last thing we had to talk about. And
what I'm aware of,
a lot.
I genuinely there's there's 3 different phases. There was teams that just licensed their rights to Bally. There's teams that there's teams that fully gave Bally bought their rights, which I think is the Royals and the Rangers and stuff like that. That's why they're still on Bally.
So the Padres did something differently than everybody else, and now they do not have anywhere to broadcast games.
Nope.
They're broadcasting on some weird. They're doing MLB. There's some other weird networks where there's no blackouts through MLB
It was
TV.
Direct TV.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
I wish, but I know it was Direct TV. I genuinely think one of them was called Cox.
Rogers TV.
Hulu or something.
Hulu, that too. Yeah.
They should do it on YouTube. Why not? Let's have fun.
You never know. Small shout out, Arizona Diamondbacks tied for first place in the National League.
Go Lourdes.
Yep.
Win an MVP award or something. That'd be way more fun.
Go to the All-Star game.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. That last conversation just put me in a blender here. I'm very, very confused. Very ready for bed.
I needed to do more research. I'm
yeah, but that's
Yep.
okay.
It's okay, Connor.
I'm just so confused.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Usually I'm the research guy of the 3.
More research for next podcast and then explain it to us.
Yeah, you know what? That'll be how we open the league stuff next week with
That's
the
how we open the
explanation of
podcast.
this Padres thing.
We just
Because
cut into Connor reading
fuckers.
his explanation.
You fuckers are giving me homework.
I want a 1,000 word essay on the Bally Sports or what is it? Diamond Sports and
Bally
Padres relationship business.
Given the recent history of people living up to promises and homework, I'm not going to do it because
you have to. This is on the air, and I'm asking you politely.
That's got a point.
You're a hip. Nate, don't fucking agree with him. Brant, you're
I'm agreeing with you.
You're a hypocrite. You said it on the air, Brant.
Yeah, you're right.
You did say it on the air.
So now we're
Brant, you also have homework.
Yeah.
Why do I have homework?
MLBshop.com. Put that shit in your cart.
I'm not buying it. I will not give the Orioles any of my money. I hate that team so passionately. I would rather not be a man of my word than give that team any money.
So I still get to go back on my word once then? Is that where we're at?
Yeah. What about Grant? What does he get?
Grant's MVP picks were Kevin Biggio and Corey Seager. So
I think Grant's got to go full Orioles face paint.
When we find this Grant guy, he's gonna pay.
People that don't follow, that don't consistently look at our Twitter are just gonna be like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?"
I'm just fucking Grant ruining the podcast. Such a dumb.
Fuck that Grant guy.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Even if you don't love Grant, we appreciate you.
5 minutes. Let's go.
Everything's linked in the description below. We will catch you early next week, I think. Sometime.
Yeah.
The Jays are winning series. Let's be happy about it. Let's move on. Who cares about the losses? Ole.